I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, not knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
Only one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans will understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing platform. Wherever you are connecting from, please like and share this program. Share to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that you can be able to reach. This platform where you are watching this program is a platform that stands with the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, today under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Wherever you are watching us from, I urge you to share this program so that others can be able to join us and hear what is going on. The atrocities of Nigeria has gotten to the level that is unimaginable. If you do not end Nigeria, Nigeria will end you. I want you to watch this program that I'm about to play from beginning to end. You are going to see a first-hand experience of what the poor people are facing in the zoological republic called Nigeria, in the hand of the politicians and those who call themselves the leaders of the zoo. Nigeria has to be destroyed and ended before it ends humanity. I want you to pay close attention to this very video that is about to play so that you can see the experience of the poor masses in Nigeria. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's watch and hear what happened.
Yeah, go on implemented the Aburi Accord.
He didn't.
Google Decree 8.
If he did, there won't be any war.
Excuse me.
You think he implemented the
I know he implemented.
He watered it down.
He watered it down. He did not do because from what it says, when he returned from Ghana,
he sought
that
advice. He sought advice from his advisors, and his advisors told him every sane leader will consult his advisors on such a matter. His advisors told him it's all fine, but so clauses are dangerous and will cause the disintegration of Nigeria. Therefore,
what clause?
One said any region has the right to secede at any time. He cancelled that in line with the advice of his advisor. The other one says the federal government under no circumstance can impose a state of emergency on any region. He can't. There were 74 articles of the Aburi Accord. He implemented 72 and cancelled 2. Ojuku's advisors told him to accept Decree 8 because Gowon has gone more than far enough. He refused. Okay, so Gowon implemented the Aburi Accord. And if Ojukwu did not declare Biafra, many Nigerians were sick and tired of northern hegemony. That's why you had the TV uprising in the Middle Belt. And they wanted to work with Ojukwu to challenge northern hegemony. Okay? But and they say, let's work together. So if you did not declare Biafra, Eastern region would not have been attacked.
You think if that...
No, go on, made the point.
Okay.
My colleagues and I will go anywhere in search of peace, as long as nobody try to dismember Nigeria. Go on, kept saying that. I will fight you if you dismember Nigeria. The minorities in Eastern region will oppose to Biafra. We want our own state. The African head country, the African Charter said that the boundaries created by the white man is unjust. But let's accept them that way.
Are you serious?
Can
you imagine?
If we go to tinker with it, we'll cause more problems. So OAU was opposed to Biafra. The British government and the American government, the British government and American government were, through the ambassadors, objected to secession. Like I said, when Mauritania and co. So they were opposed to Biafra. So why wouldn't the British help Nigeria to remain united when they were opposed to Biafra? So it's Biafranism that cost us all our problems. There would not have been war. And if there was any war before Biafranism, if we as Eastern region versus federal government, many non-Igbos would have come to fight, help the Igbos fight the northern, what they call northern hegemony. So the problem of the Igbo man is Biafra. In Zaire called Congo, there was an attempt at secession. It led to a war. In the U.S., southern U.S. wanted to secede. It led to a war. In Sudan, Ethiopia, across the world, secession led to war. So why did Ojukwu expect his own secession to elicit an applause from the federal government?
Okay, fine.
It was secession and Biafra is the problem of the Igbo man. And until we snap out of it, it will consume us if we don't take our time.
Okay, fine. Listen very well. You see, it is very, very... in fact, it is very, very annoying when people wallow in ignorance. When people who have seen ahead are telling you, they say what an elder sees sitting down. A young man that climbed the Koti will not see it. Ojukwu saw ahead. The so-called one Nigeria you are talking, are you in one Nigeria now? Done. This thing that you are talking about now, all those people who opposed Ojukwu that time, are they not regretting it today? Elsa, are you in one Nigeria now? Talk truth. Tell me the truth. Is Nigeria united as I talk to you now? So these other people that have surrounded Nigeria now and are killing everybody. Yes, it is their right to do that. Esther, it is their right to do that. You can see what we are talking about. You can see what ignorance has cost us. Imagine if this one was done peacefully in 1967. We won't be where we are today. These people that have surrounded Nigeria and they are killing people on daily basis in numbers. Who is talking to them? Esther, who is talking? What is their intention? What is their mission? Is it not to take over Nigeria? Esther, is it not to take over Nigeria? Or do you need any other soothsayer to tell you that? What are they? You say
who from outside?
Who say what?
You say those are surrounding Nigeria.
Yes.
Who? Call their name now.
No, you don't know their name. All of a sudden, you don't know who are surrounding Nigeria. They are killing people. Abi. You don't know who killing people in Plateau. You don't know who killing people in Benue.
The Fulanis are killing people.
So what was their intention?
But everybody wants
terrorists.
Everybody wants to
IGP said we should use ethnic violence against anyone. Terrorists.
The terrorists. Fulani terrorists.
Fine.
If you don't like the Fulani terrorists, don't invite me again. They are Fulani terrorists.
Now listen very well. Esther, where did they come from? Were you not in this country where some northern leaders told you how they went outside to bring the terrorists into Nigeria?
But the terrorists are terrorizing across Nigeria. Why is it the people that find their solution in one fantasy country? Every other person is seeking solution in Nigeria. But
are you saying the bigotry? Are you saying the bigotry, the hate, the isolation, the the stifling, the under economic development and under representation currently going on with those from the southeast is their fault?
No, it's our fault. It's our fault.
We're talking about the
We're talking about what?
No, we're talking about the genesis of where all this whole thing started from. You said the problem of the southeastern of the Igbo man is Biafra.
Yes.
You said that is where it stemmed from. If that hustle and fight for Biafra did not come in at all, then we would have been properly represented. The war wouldn't have happened. We would have had our population, isn't it? But wait, I am coming. Something called caused the call for Biafra, where we saw how a lot of Southeasterners were killed. Like you said, it wasn't even the Igbo mainland. Anyone that was not a Northerner or a Southwesterner was murdered, was killed, right? Now, that was what caused, it was basically a genocide, and it depopulated that region. The creation of
it wasn't genocide.
It wasn't genocide.
We were killed in 2 phases.
Okay.
May 29th to May 31st.
Okay.
Ironsi was still in power. Ironsi was dethroned 29th.
Okay.
Ironsi did not say a word against it.
He kept quiet.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Then the killing stopped. I was in primary school, and Amadou Bello,
that means you wouldn't have known what happened now.
Hold on a minute. I'm a scholar. I'm a researcher.
Not in primary school. Not in primary school.
So I was in primary school when Adebayaro, a Mai of Kanu, came to Enugu. Ojukwu had made him the Chancellor of University of Nigeria and Nsukka. He gave a speech saying that the Igbos should return. We guarantee their safety. Many northern leaders said the same thing. So the Igbos, some that ran back, went back. Some did not.
Okay.
Then after Ironsi was killed in July 1929, it was the focus was on Igbo soldiers. Madebo said they did not attack Igbo civilians in the north, just soldiers. But after about 2 weeks of killing Igbo soldiers, every Igbo soldier in the north had either run away or was dead. Then in September 29 again, they turned against the civilians for about 1 week. Okay, to May 29 to early in October.
So what
the number of Igbos that were killed in the north was between 7,000 to 10,000. The Ojukwu Ataburi said it was 10,000 Igbos that were killed in the north. The Biafran propaganda bumped it up to 30,000.
So you think it was a propaganda that
these days, you see people saying 500,000, 1 million. It's all lies. It's all lies. It's lies.
It's not true.
One is those that died in the program. Another one is those that died in the war.
I think they mixed it together.
In the war, and those that died in the war. Hundreds of thousands of Igbo young men.
How many houses?
And about 1 million died from starvation and other effects of the war. So about 1.5 million Igbos may have died. 10,000 died before you declared Biafra. 1.5 million died as a result of declaration of Biafra. Wasn't that a bad move?
Hold on, I'm coming now. Listen. How many houses in the southeast died? Civilians. How many of them?
They are killed.
How many?
Very few. There's about hundreds.
If I lie, Ojukwu protected them.
The first time.
No, even throughout the war. No. They were never, up to today, there is Amausa in Umuahia. Every Igbo, you see Amausa, those who were there.
Don't you have Sabongeri in the north?
How many of them? We are talking of those that were killed in the north. Hold on. How many did we kill in the south?
I'll tell you. In the first phase of the killing, the houses were in Enugu. Nobody bothered them. And many people were very unhappy. This foolish man called Ojukwu is not letting us fight the houses, and they are killing our people in the north. But second phase, when those that escaped the maw of death came back and saw houses moving around, what nonsense is this? Those were the people that attacked the houses. But many houses were not killed because it wasn't government orchestrated. And the generality of the people were, as of them, we were yet to form this violent streak. People were still low. Even the sight of blood unarmed people. So the people generally did not agree with it. But those returning from the north vented their vengeance on the house.
What does that tell you? You see, when I said that the Igbo man doesn't kill, at least for all his arguments here, he has given us credit for that.
The question is the children.
Now,
what was their crime?
What children?
The children.
Igbo children.
That were killed.
Yes.
Is the reprisal.
But like you say. Now, do you know the recent killing in Plateau State?
Well, please.
The recent one, the second phase, you know, it happened in the space of 2 weeks.
We are talking of a serious issue
here.
They
killed kids. They went into the home. People
That's
were
another issue.
No, I'm saying that this is the same replica of what transpired at the time. So the reason why I'm asking you, you feel that the declaration of Biafra at the time was not
resulted to the war,
which result the Biafran declaration was obviously as a result of the program. It was as a result of the program.
The program presented the Igbo man with a problem. A problem that can be solved in so many different ways.
Are you saying that Ojukwu did not try to have a conversation to see how that spiral effect of that program wouldn't continue?
No. The program had ended. The program ended in October 1966.
Okay.
Ojukwu declared Biafra in was it May or June, but May 1967. In that intervening 7 months, nobody was killed. Nobody fought anybody. Peace. We were searching for peace. There was wars of mouth. Usman Katsina said, "If Gowon will allow me, I can overrun the East in 48 hours." Words of word.
But those things were stirring up something.
Ojukwu will say his own now.
Okay.
We were just talking, but nobody fought anybody. Gowon released Awolowo from jail and realized the kind of a man Awolowo was. Brilliant, experienced, determined.
He was very educated.
He went out of his way to make friends with Awolowo because he needed such a man in this crisis to advise him. In Biafra, in the eastern region, on Igbo land, you had many people in the caliber of Awolowo. Ojukwu shoved them to the side, discredited them, called them saboteurs, put them in house arrest, and went his own way because it was about him, his ambition, not anybody else. Ojukwu put Zik in house arrest. And when they declared Biafra, they were looking for recognition.
They were asking
for
him.
They were looking for recognition. Nobody knows Ojukwu. Ojukwu was a soldier, got appointed governor. Zik had been around since the 1930s. Zik helped Nkrumah to go to America and read. He helped people like Timber and Caliber. What he wrote on nationalism, people like Julius Nyerere read in Tanzania, people read in Uganda. So it was Zik of Africa. So when Ojukwu could not get recognition for Biafra, he went back to Zik, knowing the clout Zik has across Africa. Help us. When you have no recognition, the Nigerian Biafran issue was internal affairs of Nigeria. It cannot be addressed anywhere. OAU, and no. So Ojukwu went to Zik, help us get international recognition. Zik said, I will help you to get international recognition. Not that Biafra can ever win the war, but so that you negotiate from a position of relative strength. Zik went around Africa. Tanzania recognized Biafra. Ivory Coast, Gabon, Zambia, and was it Haiti? Recognized Biafra. And Ojukwu had promised, if you get me recognition, I will negotiate for peace. Zik got him recognition. He didn't want to negotiate for peace. Why didn't he want to negotiate for peace? Peace will compromise his position. He will lose his position. Any kind of peace will make him redundant. So it was about his power.
So in other words, you feel Ojukwu was just basically into it for selfish reasons.
Simple.
That's what you think.
Yes.
Barrister Darlington, you will respond. Let me play this by General Gowon, retired General Gowon, when he was being interviewed by one of the British journalists as to what he thinks about Ojukwu when the Civil War had ended and Ojukwu had escaped. When the journalist asked him if he would refer to Ojukwu as a hero. Let's just take a brief listen to this.
Why do you think Ojukwu left Biafra? Was it a coward? Was it because he felt that he stood in the way of a settlement? Why do you think Ojukwu left Biafra? Was it because he was a coward? Was it because he felt that he stood in the way of a settlement?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. The foreign press that seem to know him better than we do, than I do, seem to give him all sort of excellent quality, so much above in fact than the rest of us. Ojukwu, the gallant chap who said, "I will fight to the last man, and I will be the last one, that will fall." What a pity! How are the mighty fallen? And in such a cowardly way. If he has done a Hitler, probably we could have thought, he is at least a man of courage. He didn't do a Hitler. Hitler took a poison, died, and ordered his body to be burned up. At least because he had, he knew what he has done.
Believed in what he was doing.
Ojukwu ran away and left these poor people that he has led into such, suffering. Such abject position, just left them And now probably, because with the money he has amassed outside, I suppose he will go and live in, in joy and plenty. Well, I hope he will enjoy the rest of his life. I hope his conscience will, will allow him to rest.
Mm-hmm.
God knows. If at all, those who are supporting Ojukwu allow him to really get away with what he has done to his people, to Nigeria, to Africa, then I think they need to examine their conscience. And honestly, I have got no faith in such people.
Barrister Darlington, how do you react to this?
In fact, I thank God these things are playing out. If you were to play this scene before Gowon now, he will regret this statement he made.
Why?
Because the same Ojukwu he was vilifying, when Ojukwu was being buried in his hometown, I remember I wrote an article that attracted the attention of this same Gowon, and he called me that I will help.
This is why I advise my viewers to always try to spend their time also and pay attention to the conventional media. You can see that almost everything that we are saying on the social media is said in the conventional media, even though they try to be politically correct. But I bet you, the only place you can see the raw truth is on the social media and the platforms of the United States of Biafra, where we disseminate information the way it is. You can see even a fellow Biafran defending the atrocities of Nigeria against its own people. It is a shame. It is a shame. But they do these things in order to create that problem and coerce between us. We must pay attention. We move. Biafra all the way.